NBA playoffs, Cody. Buy or sell. Who do we got? The NBA's been exciting. The Warriors have been playing well. I'm stoked for tonight's game with the Dubs. You might be watching this later, but
cannot wait.
It's Grizzlies and Warriors. And we got some good young stars to talk about.
Yeah, it's been, I thought we'd go a little different here. I actually asked the question on Twitter, if you could collect some of these young rising stars, who would it be? And I put out Jordan Poole, Tyrese Maxey, Desmond Bane, Tyler Herro, and really, really close. I think Jordan Poole is ahead, but
that's not a surprise.
Everybody, though, is it's 1 percentage point basically between all of these guys right now, because I think they're all really looking impressive for different reasons. So let's throw out, instead of going with the big stars, I want to focus on some young stars, usually some of these guys 25 and under, who are having a really good run here in the playoffs so far. So let's start off actually with Tyler Herro, who I think was a bit of a hobby star in the finals run, in the bubble run. Could be the 6th man of the year right now. Recent card, his PSA 10 Silver Prism on April 24th sold for about $350. So you guys are buying or selling on Tyler Herro as we record this today, the Heat with a 1-0 lead over the who are they playing in the first round?
Philly?
Yeah, that's right, Philly, over the Philadelphia 76ers.
The Embiid-less Phillies.
Yes, the
Or
Embiid-less
for 2
Sixers.
games.
Yeah. Is that what they're
wait,
saying
2
now?
games?
Only 2 games?
2 games.
Wow.
Broke his face.
Yeah, it did not look.
He'll be
it did
wearing
not
one of
look
those
good.
rim masks,
If
right?
you guys saw the game, they need him back. ASAP.
They need him.
They're gonna
real
put that
bad.
mask on that man.
Yeah. So where are we at with Tyler Herro right now?
If I'm a Miami fan, I'm definitely buying at these prices, right? But from the outside looking in, I don't know I think I'm selling my Herro. I think this is the opportunity right now if you've been holding for a while, because his prices went down from his rookie year. And because the thing about him was that people were always questioning his heart, in the game, right? Because he's obviously a young kid living in Miami, and he gets into a lot of trouble out there. So, if I'm like I said, if I'm a Miami fan, I'm probably buying, because this is a good deal for your young player here. But for everybody else, I think it's a good opportunity to sell as the hype, as he's been playing well and the hype's going up for Miami in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm selling as well. Tyler Herro's, his market has been a roller coaster.
Yep.
I mean, it has been like peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys. Right now, I feel that you're at a peak. Get out while you can, because it could be plummeting at some point.
I think you said it best, 6th man. I'm not investing in a 6th man. So if I have some of his cards and they're not even close to where his rookie prices were, and this hobby's muddied. There's too many guys that people are collecting right now. I mean, you got LaMelo, you got Ant, you got the Kate Cunningham, you got all these guys, plus all the legacy guys like Curry. I'm selling right now. He's also got kind of a punchable face too, so I don't know if I'd just like to just keep staring at that face. So I'd probably.
You know what, Doug? It's actually you know who he looks like. He looks like your guy,
MGK.
Machine Gun Kelly. So that might be a little telling on yourself right there.
Yeah, I mean, and I agree. I agree with what you're saying.
Maybe that's just a bad angle of him. MGK's not got a punchable face.
Sure.
But
ask what's his name from Slipknot.
yeah, Corey Taylor.
Yeah, there
Ask
you
Corey
go.
Taylor.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so I think you guys are pretty much on it. Also, the thing I've realized is I don't think Miami guys don't tend to sell as well. We've seen that whole team is a bunch of stars like Bam and Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy
My favorite player on the Miami Heat is actually Bam Adebayo. I love that guy.
Yeah.
He's good.
a beast.
He's really, really
That
good.
should be a guy to buy.
Yeah, and yet none of these guys really sell all that well.
Yeah.
So it's a little weird outside of Miami. They don't sell all that well. All right, next guy is actually a guy the Warriors are playing. If you're listening to this, you already know what happened in Game 2. Desmond Bane couldn't find his Silver Prism, but a Silver Select PSA 10 from his rookie year sold for $209 recently. Looked really good, replacing Ja Morant for a while. I know Ja won the Most Improved Player. I think I saw Ja actually gave his Most Improved Player award to Desmond Bane because he probably should have won it over him. So, Desmond Bane, where are we at on him, buying or selling?
I mean, every Batman needs a Robin, but I only want to buy Batmans. So, I mean, I would probably buy Ja Morant, and I would sell this guy that kind of looks like the Maurice Jones-Drew of basketball. But I mean, he's got a little bit of a spark out there on the court. But $209, I'm probably selling. Once again, muddied up rookie class. Going to get bounced out this round too, so you're not going to – you probably should sell today. I'm selling Desmond Bane.
I'm selling for different reasons. It seems like with the Grizzlies, there's a new guy who steps up every couple days. So it's really hard to keep
Triple
track.
J.
Triple J.
Brandon Clark.
C-Rad's guy.
Yeah.
Yep. Love him.
Plant him.
Brandon Clark. I would probably be buying Brandon. I'd be selling Desmond Bane and maybe buying Brandon Clark. Brandon Clark does a little bit of everything for that team. I'm selling, but again, it's because who is going to be the next Grizzly to step up? Who's going to be the flavor of the series? So that's why I'm selling. No knock on Desmond Bane. Good ball player, but I'm selling right now.
Man, Bane, just FYI, I know we're playing him in the playoffs, but God, man, this guy was a freaking steal for the Grizzlies of how late he was taken in the draft. He got a smooth shot, like really, maybe not defensively reminds me of Clay, but like as far as knockdown shooters, he's like up. He's gonna be up there. So, I'm still buying on Bane. I'm still buying a little bit on Bane still. I think his prices still have a chance to go up.
I think I'm in
higher.
I think I'm in the same boat too. That he's young enough, and there's even though Ja is going to be the guy who sells on that team, I think there's enough room that two of these guys can sell pretty well.
Like I was just saying, I think you would look at somebody like a Clay's price, who's second fiddle to Curry, right? So that's probably where your ceiling is on Desmond Bane if you're comfortable with that. And Clay sells decently, but he doesn't sell for obviously
Curry prices.
Yeah, exactly. All right, next guy up is all right. If I asked you guys right now, who is the top scorer in the playoffs so far?
Not Luka.
Today? It's not Luka. It's not Luka.
Yeah.
I have the slide, so I was kind of cheating.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you got the slide. You know who it is.
Wait a second.
You know who it is.
Jalen Brunson.
What?
How did you know that?
Shocker.
Man.
I know. I messed that up.
No,
I should have done it a little.
Well, no, like it was good. You did that. It's for the audience too. Like not necessarily for us.
That's
right?
true. Yeah. The listeners at home don't know. Yes, it's Jalen Brunson, who, by the way, the number 2 scorer is Giannis, and the number 3 scorer is Steph Curry. Jalen Brunson, the top scorer so far in the playoffs.
Yeah, he's getting his bag, man.
Yeah, he's 25 years old. He's going to be a free agent at the end of the season.
Oh.
There's been rumors connecting him to the New York Knicks. His Silver Prism PSA 10
He had to show out.
from 18-19, $247, so about
Trying to get
$250. Dude's trying to get paid, and Luka doesn't have like a sidekick right now. They tried to make it Porzingis, didn't work. Brunson seems like the guy, so buying or selling right now on Jalen Brunson.
I'm probably selling, because obviously he's shown that he can carry the offensive load when Luka's out, but I just don't know if it's consistent enough. And I don't know if Luka will ever concede like any time for Brunson to shine even more, right? Because Luka's got to be the guy. He's got to be the star. He's got to demand the ball more, especially when they're out there together.
Looked like it in game 1, even though they lost.
So I just think long term, I don't know if the consistency is gonna be there for him to justify his prices. So I'm probably selling right now while he's hot.
Yeah, I mean, if the Mavericks are smart, they would try to package up and get rid of Luka and just
I agree.
And build around Brunson.
build around Brunson. I mean, he was definitely the best pick they made in that 18-19 draft. So, but I don't think they're going to do that. They're not going to listen to, reason. So I'm going to sell. I think
Dan Cuban.
Yeah, Dan Cuban. I'm selling at $250. I'm selling because he's gonna go somewhere else and another system. Who knows what happens? So I'm getting out.
Yeah.
I have a 2-parter here, but I also don't understand the love for Luka. Like, literally, people put him in the top 5 of the NBA like right now, and I just don't get it. I don't think he's in the top 20.
Are you switching? Are you on Team Dan now?
He's not the top 20.
He's not.
Come
What
on
has he
now.
done?
I'm
What has
team-
he done?
I'm
He hasn't
team-
done
I'm
anything.
Team Luka,
I mean,
man.
hey,
I still
He
like
doesn't.
Luka,
He
man.
hasn't done anything.
He's a top 10. He's a
Scrub.
top 10 easy.
Scrub, top 10 scrub.
I mean, we could have a whole other podcast, but we got LeBron, we have Embiid, we have Giannis, you have Curry, you have. Is he better than Thompson?
No.
Would you rather? No.
No.
Okay, that's not.
Is-
Oh, that's. The,
I mean,
that's the
I
big
don't
one.
know.
Devin Booker? Is he better than Devin Booker?
Is better than Looney?
Is he better than Donovan?
Oh my god!
Is he better than Donovan
Lord.
Mitchell?
Yes.
No.
If we play this on the on the breaks in between breaks, I'm already gonna get some.
There was
comments on
there was
this.
somebody on social media, I can't remember, it was a breaker that was talking about how Luka's is the best draft pick in the last 10 years of basketball.
No.
And I'm like, well, what has he done? He hasn't done anything. Gets hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No.
Like, he hasn't done anything, and they're not going to beat the Suns.
Speak the
They're not going to
word.
beat the Suns. The Suns are going to knock that.
Man, I never agree with Doug. I agree with Doug.
Well, like I mean,
Because I'm just over this overhype of Luka. Show me the hardware. Move on. It's been enough time.
it hasn't been enough time, and I'll tell you why. Got to the first round his first 2 years. Boom, got eliminated. Fine, he's young. So this year he finally did get out of the first round. So that's something.
And again,
But what did he do?
But
He didn't play in the first
But
round.
Giannis didn't. You guys gave more time for Giannis to win
Yes.
a championship. Like Luka should get the same amount of time. If we're sitting here year 6 and he hasn't gotten
You
past
can make
the
an
second round,
argument, though. The reason why they got out of the first round is because he wasn't playing.
well,
look,
I don't know if he makes his team better.
Yes,
he's
yes.
a liability defensively.
He's slow.
He's slow.
I don't know if I agree that he's slow. It's just maybe the way he looks. You might think he's
slow.
slow, but
He's slow for the NBA.
I mean-
Not like for a pickup rec league
I mean,
game.
he
He's probably
he
really
did
good.
he did average 28,
I don't
9,
know if
and
he's slow.
he did average 28, 9, and 9. I mean, that is pretty good.
I'm in agreement
This-
with
this
okay,
is
that.
a blasphemy on
we,
this
we,
we're
all,
podcast.
we all gave Giannis, we gave
Way
hell, we
more
gave
time.
Joel Embiid time. We gave all these guys time, and now they've become these huge stars. I know they're different types
yeah,
of players.
Talking
But
about
I don't know-
Giannis. I ain't talking about Joel Embiid.
Granted
Talking about
that-
Luka.
Granted, Luka has had more hype on him from the onset than
Yes.
those other
I wouldn't
guys,
want
but-
to. I wouldn't want him.
I mean, I could keep going on guys that are in the top 10 instead of him. Jokic,
Okay, yes,
right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Jokic,
I've already
Dame-
named.
Dame Lillard?
Jokic
Damian Lillard?
Jokic can't get out of the first round either,
No.
though.
Yeah, I was gonna, you're throwing Dame Lillard,
But Jokic
as,
did win
as
an
like
MVP.
no, he's better. But
But you know
he
why?
can't
Because he's
get
in
out
the
of
top
first round
75.
either.
Did Luka make the top 75?
Well, he's had 3 years in the league.
Anthony Edwards. I'd take Anthony Edwards right now over Luka.
Okay,
Oh.
well, see, now there's an argument there because of the youth and what he's done so far.
He's
Fine,
just
that
better.
might
He's
be
more
a
athletic. He's just.
Sorry, I went off on a Luka tangent because everybody just kisses the feet, kisses the ground this guy walks on, and he hasn't done anything. And he's going to
So-
get bounced out
This is
of the
This
playoffs.
is the best take Doug has had in 200 episodes.
So
I don't
what we're
agree with you guys, man. I feel like he's done some pretty special stuff for his first 3-4 years.
But what I was going to say
Yes.
to circle back around to Jalen Brunson is I would sell now, and then in 2 or 3 months I would buy again. That's how I would do it.
if he goes to the Knicks, which I'll be honest, I think he's having a great playoffs. I think he can be a good player. If he stays in Dallas, I feel like it's the best scenario for him and build around Luka. But if he goes to the Knicks, it kind of feels like the classic Knicks move of get a guy while he's super hot, expect him to do the same thing, and
expect
it
him to
doesn't
be
quite
number
happen.
one, and he's not going to be number
Exactly. It's the classic Knicks move, and if they do that, I think it'd be a big mistake.
I'm selling.
All right, next guy. Who we got?
All right. Next guy is Tyrese Maxey, who had a very good year this year.
good.
Obviously, Joel Embiid is out, so this might be, I feel like this might be an easy sell, but also he's got such a good future, I think, ahead of him that maybe he's a hold. Currently, $681 for a PSA 10 silver that sold on April 25th.
good.
Buying or selling, but I think also... I think hold for me for Maxey is the call here because I think he's got a really bright future.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. I think I'm holding. I like the kid. There was some controversy. Somebody was trying to make something out of nothing yesterday with him and Harden because I guess if you watch the video, they're both at the bench, and then Harden went and sat next to Maxey, and then Maxey got up and moved. It was actually like there's trouble in Philly. But it was the coach called over Maxey to come sit next to him so he could talk to him. So it had nothing to do with anything of Harden. But I'm with Cody here. I think I'm holding. I think Embiid obviously is the face of that team, but big men, and I know he's he's a non-traditional big man, but big men tend to not sell over time. So I think there could be a where this guy in a couple of years could be the face of the Sixers.
Yeah.
Man, I'm definitely not selling. I am holding, potentially buying. I like Maxey. I like Maxey a lot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he was really impressive yesterday, even though they lost. He's been impressive this whole year. That whole Ben Simmons thing really helped him out a
Yeah,
lot, bro. Because
totally.
if it wasn't for that, in a way, it's like thank you, Ben Simmons, because you allowed this young kid to like really shine this year in Philadelphia.
100%.
Yep.
So I'm buying Maxey right now at those prices.
Yeah, and I think too the like having a full year next year where it's going to be him, Harden, Embiid together. That's going to make a whole bunch of difference.
Yeah, I'm not sold on Harden yet. Anywhere.
This series is going to prove it. Even if they lose, if he can show that he can carry the team maybe for 6-7 games, then that to me will at least prove he.
Well,
that
had
you know,
16 points yesterday. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I just
Yeah,
thought of,
you're in the-
guys?
you're in the
we
playoffs.
he's lost a bit of.
we
stuff.
literally should be rooting for the Sixers because it's like team fanatics, and maybe if they win the championship, maybe we'll get more allocations. They'll be in a better mood. They'll start handing out definitive cases. I don't know. Man, something to think
definitive cases, huh?
Free cards.
I would love that.
Free cards.
It's
if the
like, hey,
Sixers
I'm so happy that we won, and I'm going to share the wealth. No?
Huh?
Go Sixers.
Team fanatics. Team fanatics.
What?
Team
What are we talking
fanatics. The
about?
Sixers are team fanatics.
Okay.
win. That's fair.
Cool.
That's fair.
I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you lost. I was kind of zoning out. I don't. Whatever.
All right,
Go
last
Sixers.
Well, that will get your attention with the last one because it's our fan favorite. I feel like we all know what we're going to say, even though Jordan Poole of the Golden State Warriors, he's the highest selling card on here. Sold price for this, I think we got this data from Card Ladder. Their Card Ladder value has a PSA 10 silver prism of Jordan Poole at $800. It's sold for $989 on April 27th. We know what we've seen. He looks
Too low.
incredible. Too low, says C-Rad. Where are we at with Jordan Poole? I almost hate to say this. I am selling on Jordan Poole right now.
I'll
even
reserve
though
my
I
take.
like-
I'll reserve my take.
Even though I love his future and I think he's going to be great, man, I think I got to sell
of
right
all-
now at that price.
Let me say no bias, of course. 1,000% buy. This is too low. Okay. This guy is gonna
Lamar
be
Ball over here?
Yo, this guy is gonna be if he doesn't stay on. I know he's gonna be on the Warriors for at least another year or two. But if he eventually goes to another team, or if our OGs, our veterans retired, like this guy is a number one option on any other team right now.
Ooh.
Like he's gonna give you 30 points a game on any team.
I would
Dude,
actually-
I love Jordan Poole, but do you really think him being mentored by Curry, Thompson, and Kerr, putting him in a situation where he can succeed, has a lot to do with his growth as a player right now and the stats that he's putting up?
Sure, but the same thing happened to Harden, and he moved on. He was a number one option.
You just
everywhere
got
he
done
went.
saying Harden's a scrub.
And what happened to
Modern Harden is a scrub, but not when he was in his prime, like right after the Thunder Rockets years.
I mean,
it smells like Harrison Barnes to me.
Harrison Barnes.
It smells Harrison Barnes like to me.
I don't know.
I don't know if I've seen
I
Harrison
know.
Barnes ever do some of the things that I've
In the
seen
hobby.
Jordan Poole do this year.
I think if Poole is drafted by another team and put into another system and expectations are completely different on him, I don't think he has had the growth that he has now.
Yeah.
I'm selling. I love him. I don't think he's going to be a Warrior. I think he's going to put up numbers to where the Warriors, even if they wanted to keep him, it's just not going to be an option. He's going to get a lot of money somewhere else, but he's also, with that money, he's going to have to be the go-to guy. I don't think he is. I think he's a good secondary piece, but he isn't a guy who can carry a franchise.
Yeah, I got to take my Homer hat off on this because, yeah, my Homer hat would say to buy it. But I'm absolutely selling. I mean, you can't have the pool party without the party bus. And the party bus is filled with Curry, Thompson, Draymond. So right now, he's the fourth option. He's open because of that. You put him on a team like, I don't know, the Rockets. He's not going to get the stats he has.
Clippers.
He's just not going to have. They're gonna put their best defender on him. So and I'm not saying he's not good and he can't grow like what C-Rad said, but my point is right now it's too risky to not sell because the percentages of it going up from this point are slim, in my opinion. That's my take.
I'll tell you guys one of the things that I'm seeing within the hobby and on social media. Like, you know how guys will, like, collect only the bigger names of, like, rookies and stuff? They're like, I'm collecting Luka and Ant-Man and LaMelo. I'm collecting LeBron, Steph Curry. You know how people put this in the profiles? I'm starting to know so many people now.
Jordan Poole.
And Poole's on that list now.
Yeah.
So people are heavily investing.
Well, and there's
in
some
Jordan
about
Poole right now.
that being like I was in early. I started collecting like Poole.
Well, I
years
mean,
ago.
obviously, it's $1,000 card.
Like what Dan tried to do with Dennis Smith, it didn't work out for him. But he would be like, I'm the Dennis Smith guy. Like
You
nobody
know,
else was.
And the thing is that I hit on like 98%. and the one
People always
the
remember
one
your
the
losses,
one I
though.
don't get right just never stop talking about. But it's fine. It's fine because I still think Dennis Smith Jr. is a good ball player, just maybe not in the NBA.
Big three.
Big three.
Big three.
School courts, neighborhood.
Rec league.
And one.
And one.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, no. You know what? I think the thing with Poole too is like with a lot of guys, it's also there's like I think like his personality really has shined lately too. Like, and he always makes a face during a game that I
Yeah.
feel like can become
Dude,
like
you can
instantly memed. You know?
Yeah, he does have that look.
Yeah, dude,
He's not a punchable face.
You can tell also like the way he plays and carries himself with confidence. Yeah, that probably was instilled from him by being around the Warriors
Yes.
coaching system and players and stuff. But you can tell that he's an alpha one player. Like watching him in the first round and throughout this whole year, like he literally sometimes is messing with people, like what he's able to do on the court in terms of like dribbling and getting around guys, and then just like
No, I no doubt
busting threes
he's
in
an
people's
amazing
faces.
talent.
Like, dude, he's
probably better than Luka as well. But I mean,
I was actually thinking because I was like, is there
there's no doubt.
all right?
I mean, there may be 50 players that are better than
All
Luka.
right, let's
There
calm
may be players
down.
in the G League that are better than Luka.
next week's podcast, who's better than Luka topic.
Everybody.
You know, the
There
one
may be-
team.
there may Brent in the front may be better than Luka.
All right. At the Y. Let's get Luca and Brent 101 at the Y. Let's see what happens.
You'll be surprised.
Okay, I was actually going to say, for real, if there's a playoff team, I was trying to think, is there a team that made the playoffs that if Poole was in there, would they be in the second round? The only one that I actually crossed my mind, I'm like, would I rather, if I was a Jazz fan right now, with all the stuff going on with Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, would I rather have Poole for the next 5 years or Donovan Mitchell for the next 5 years? Honestly, might actually want Poole for the next 5 years.
I might go that route too.
I want Poole 1,000%.
Yeah.
Or throw him on the Pelicans this year that kind of pulled through with that
Right.
Booker injury, you know. Maybe if they would have won a couple more games.
It's tough. I mean, it's tough with anybody who plays for the Warriors with their core.
Yeah.
Like, how would that player do outside of that system and that core of players? Like, it is really, really difficult.
Yeah, it is.
Because you have seen Warrior players leave
Yep.
and not be successful.
But nobody has ever been like
Going
honestly,
back to Harrison Barnes.
Yeah.
I mean, what did Harrison Barnes do once he left the Warriors?
But like, think about the Warriors team the last 10 years and the young guys that have come up. You know, like Harrison Barnes was a good player. He wasn't doing the things that Jordan Poole.
Yeah,
was doing,
yeah.
though.
He didn't have the rim
He's not a 30-point
attack.
scorer.
He didn't have that attack in the rim like Poole does. But
I mean, I like
who else was young that came up like that? Like Poole is like having his moment to shine right now on the Warriors. Kevin Durant,
well, I mean, he was
you know,
Jordan Bell.
as like a
Jordan Bell didn't do
oh, was
much when he left.
Quinn Cook had a few good
Quinn
games.
Cook.
Quinn
I mean,
Cook.
yeah, Quinn Cook.
I
And
remember the Quinn
I
Cook
love
era.
all these guys. I love anybody who's ever been a Warrior, right? I want Leandro Barbosa, all these guys. I love
Kent
them.
Bazemore. I see a lot of Kent Bazemore and Jordan Poole.
But
came
nobody has had the impact that Poole has. He's literally become like somebody that the Warriors can depend on if any of their main guys go up.